What's going on? We're Neck Deep.
And these are our show stories. First ever Neck Deep show was at Sound Control in Manchester. We were supporting a band called With the Punches and Me vs. Hero, who are sadly no longer bands anymore, but great pop punk bands if you want to go check them out. And yeah, we played in like the middle floor of a bar. It was great. And I think there was maybe like 100 people at the show in general, and we had like, I mean, just to have people singing along at our first ever show was sick, and there was maybe like 5 or 6 people at the front who were like singing along, and I got to like give them the mic and be Mr. Pop Punk for a second, and yeah, so that was where it all started. Thanks to Mr. Cam Hack as well, put us on that show. Absolute legend. Booked our first ever show and is still working with us today. So yeah, big up Sound Control. Show I'm most nervous for, maybe first time we ever played Wembley for me was a nervous one. Yeah, I don't know about you.
I don't know, honestly.
I mean, around the time that you joined the band was a weird one, because like you were filling in for our old guitarist initially, and like you had to learn all of the songs.
I had to learn 11
like
songs. I was asked, can you learn, because the tour manager at the time was filling in and I was guitar teching, but I missed the first show because I was in Amsterdam watching Katy Perry, and I was like, I absolutely cannot be at the first show. I cannot miss Katy Perry. I was there with my mum and my grandma, and get to the second show and our tour manager's like, I can't do this, someone else needs to fill in. So I was like, can you learn 11 songs by tomorrow night? Oh my god. So I had to do that, and that was pretty crazy. But it was too much to even feel nervous for. But the show I was most nervous for was like the first like official show was Leeds Fest, was 2015. Yeah. It was Leeds and Reading, and I just remember being at your house at the time. You were in Seb's, and in Seb's bedroom learning like just specifically like the songs exactly how they should be. And being like, oh my god, I'm playing Leeds. And I just remember we were on at like 2 p.m, not different much from today. Yeah. Main stage. And I was just like, oh my goodness. Playing. And
Trial
the stage
by
at
fire,
the time was like, it felt like 100 feet wide. It felt giant back then.
That was probably like the biggest stage we played on at that point. Maybe one of the biggest crowds we ever played to, too.
It felt insane. So that was my most nervous show, I think.
Damn, honestly, maybe one of those, like maybe Reading and Leeds that time, because like we had been going through a rough time at that point as a band, and then came out like thinking, like not sure how that show was going to go, and like just had the sickest response, and like really just reaffirmed everything. But I'd maybe say headlining Brixton or Manchester Apollo, or maybe even stuff as simple as like selling out Wrexham Central Station, to me, was like a big moment. Like there's a lot of little things where I kind of go like, I'm stoked we did that. First time we supported Blink, to me, like the band could have ended then and I would have been like,
crazy.
I've done everything I've ever wanted to do, let alone then touring with them. So yeah, I'd maybe actually say that first time we played with Blink, because we were so young and so new, and that was such a huge
just like bucket list ticked.
Yeah. What next? Yeah, and then maybe like Brixton, Manchester Apollo, I think were the two that were.
I think so.
Very proud of those two.
I think so too. Oh no.
I haven't had too many. Well, I'm the singer, so I don't have too many like gear malfunctions. I've fallen on my arse a few times, but I don't know about like on stage disasters.
Mine was New Orleans. We had a day off. I absolutely hate telling this story. I hate this question right now.
Oh fuck yeah!
And we had a day off, and it was always like, and every time you end up in New Orleans, it's always a disaster. You always end up getting one of them grenade drinks that's basically just ethanol, and you go blind, and then you need laser eye surgery.
Straight up, one of the ingredients is just grain alcohol.
Yeah, it's horrific. And I was like, we're not going to go out. We've got a show tomorrow. Let's be professional. And then here we are, 7 p.m. We're out, and I feel like I've never been more hungover. And the whole day I was struggling. And I was just thinking, I can't play a show. And then we played Haunt You, and we were playing it in a different key. So we had like a capo one, so everything was like slightly in a different position to how we were used to playing it. And
this is why we don't play that song anymore,
that was the last night we ever played it, ever. Was in 2016, it got to a bit where it's just that it cuts out and it's just me playing before like the end of the song, and it got to the point and my brain just went no, and I just stood there and just I don't know where I am. So I just like looked at the crowd and the whole room is just looking at me because it's obviously me that plays the part, and I just stand there and I just like hit my tune up and just go, I'm out, I'm done. So I just stand there completely stationary, just looking into the crowd like no. And I can't even think. I'm just like, I'm done. And then there's like halfway through, so like when it does like the second rotation of the riff, Danny like hits the drum, so it's just like 7 to 9 seconds maybe of just like silence. Everyone on stage and off stage looking at me, and I'm there like, I hate this. And then Danny just like, boom, middle of the song, and then, you know, another 7 to 9 seconds later on the full rotation, the whole band kicks in, and I'm just stood there like, what? I've embarrassed all of us. And then after that, we never played it live because I was like, I can never forgive myself. And then we've had so many people go, why don't you never play Haunt You? We love that song. And everyone just goes, Assam.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't.
I think I'd love to like headline Wembley, like, because we've played it a couple of times as like supports and had some really good response. Like, it's felt like we've headlined it before, but we haven't. So I want to do that. I think for me, like, just headlining big festivals and stuff too. Like, I'd love if one day we got the opportunity to do Reading and Leeds or Download or something.
If we could play a fest like this for Sunset,
yeah, Sunset, it would. So maybe even just
Done.
maybe even just give us main support. We'll be stoked.
mate, if we're playing whilst the sun is setting, I'm done.
Yeah, that's a
I'm complete.
Honestly, at this point as well,
As long
dream
as it's in front
shows,
of us,
dream
not
venue is just any tour, any venue, anywhere. Just get us playing shows again. Yeah, just happy to be anywhere and everywhere at this point, I think.